Listen, my next guest owns 4,200 plus rental units and is the leader of a club which has acquired over $350 million of real estate by syndicating over $40 million of private equity since 2016. He uses his engineering degree to reverse engineer the wealth building strategy that the rich use in the top 50 investing podcast, simplepassivecashflow.com. And he's here tonight in the Peek Through right now. What's going on, Lane? How you doing, man?
Great, thanks for having me. Aloha.
Thank you so much for joining us, man. Now, did I read that correctly? You have 4,200 plus rental units?
Yeah, a few.
He said, yeah, a few, just a little few, huh? All right, so tonight we're going to talk about how people can acquire passive income. And I found it unique that you use your engineering degree and your experience in engineering to do that. How did you come up with that process?
Yeah, I was an engineer. I got taught to go to school, study hard, get a good job, somehow became an engineer. That's how I originally got started, just buying rental properties and kind of going after it like a project manager would, hiring professionals to work with me, property managers, and just kind of going about systematically and analyzing deals.
All right. Now you say you tell people don't buy a home to live in, instead buy rentals. Explain that, because some people are like, what you mean? I need a house to live in. So how do I go about doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I rent, right? Especially if you live in a high price area like California, all of California, Washington,
Yes.
Seattle, New York, Hawaii. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Let's just take an example, $600,000 house. To put a down payment on that, you could probably buy 5 or 6 houses in the Midwest, right? With that money, that all cash flow, all get the tax benefits from, get an appreciation. I get it. Like buying a house to live in is a great forced savings account, and most people need that. But I'm not like most people, and I think a lot of the people listening, spending time on their education aren't like most people, and those people should invest.
Right. Now, before I go into my next question, oftentimes people hear people talking about passive income, and there's a great deal of people that don't have a clue what that means. Break down, what is passive income?
Yeah, I mean, passive income can mean a lot of things, right? It can be very scammy too. Hey man, you want some passive income?
Mm-hmm. I see that a lot.
What I do is I buy rental properties that bring in rents that far exceed the amount of repairs, maintenance, mortgage, and capex, and all these various repair bills that might come up. And the delta, the leftover, is cash flow.
Okay, cash flow. And I would assume that's vitally important to someone looking to have rental properties as your portfolio holds, correct?
Yeah, and that's, I think that's the big thing, right? Like, I don't do wholesaling, I don't do flipping, I don't care about the economy, right? All I care about is if I pick up a property that the monthly rents pay for all the expenses and leaves me cash flow at the end of the month. And I'm not betting for appreciation, right? I'm betting off every month that I make money.
Okay. So you also say don't buy mutual funds or other Wall Street products. Why is that?
Well, I mean, I discovered this very early on, like when I bought my first rental property, and it was nothing special. It wasn't even that great of a deal. I mean, I was making like 30%, 35% of my money. And, people want to go check my math. I've got a video out on my website at simplepassivecashflow.com/returns where I break it down, the cash flow, the mortgage pay down, because your tenant's paying down your mortgage, the appreciation and tax benefits. It's well over 30% for some, in a typical example. And I was like, why the heck am I only making like 8% in my mutual funds, my 401k stuff? And then I started to realize I got around higher net worth investors, and none of them invested in that garbage. And probably the reason is a lot of that stuff is retail investments. It's for the average Joe, sheeple. And Wall Street is essentially stealing all your money.
Not Wall Street,
Plain
right?
as day. Yeah, they want to do that, right? No, I mean, how else would they buy all those big buildings, right? Or this fancy marketing?
True. Now, Lane, this next thing is about to get you in a lot of trouble across America, I'm sure. You say, do not pay taxes. Now, I had a tax lady on here last week, and she said the opposite. Why shouldn't people pay taxes? Instead, you said use passive losses to lower AGI. What's that about?
Yeah, I mean, the wealthy don't pay taxes because they invest their money, and because of the tax code is incentivizing them to invest money. And essentially, these are the people investing money into deals and projects are the people powering this economy along. I mean, it's not the people keeping money locked up under their mattress or in their bank account, hiding it, hoarding it away. I mean, for those people who aren't, putting money into the economy, they pay taxes. But for those doing more of their part and powering this economy along, the tax code is showing this path to pay no taxes.
So what are turnkey rentals as you describe in your manual? What are those?
So when I first got started, I didn't know too much. And I lived in a high price area where the numbers didn't make sense. I normally have my guys target a property that is at least 1% rent to value ratio. So if it's $100,000 property, 1% of that is $1,000. So it needs to make more than $1,000 a month. So, you're in California, right? LA. I mean, you'd be lucky to find a $400,000 house and that rents for $2,000. So 2,000 divided by 4,000 is 0.5%. And as they say in California, no bueno, they ain't gonna work, buddy. They ain't gonna cash flow. Right. So most people, especially my California clients, they invest remotely into places like Birmingham, Atlanta, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Little Rock, like places out in the Midwest and South where the numbers make sense. But to do that, there's obviously some trouble because it's far away, right?
Right.
So you can buy these things called turnkey rentals where a rehabber will buy a property, fix it up, like pretty much put in new roof, new appliances, new countertops, new flooring, everything new, electrical, plumber, all new. And sometimes these guys will even put a tenant in there for you. It's essentially like a rental property with training wheels that you can buy.
Okay.
You're paying a little bit higher premium for it, but still as an investor, I mean, it's about as easy as you can get. And you're still probably making 2 or 3 times better than you are in the silly stock market.
That's true. And you're right about California. I live in California, Los Angeles, exactly. And yeah, 400,000, you're probably living in the hood.
Yeah. And we wouldn't buy those properties. We don't buy properties in Class D areas, the war zone, right? I mean, most people in this country, it's a culture shock to me, live in great $100,000 houses for $1,000 around there a month. We're the weird ones.
Teaches us we need the $1 million house,
Right.
That's why we struggle as a people. It's like we want things that are overpriced because they look nice, not because they're good for us, just because they look nice.
Yeah.
So
if you got the passive cash flow, hey, go ahead and buy whatever you want.
He said, if you got the money, just buy, right? Now, how can people connect with you, Lane, on social media if they want to check out your services?
Yeah, they can go to my website, or if they listen to podcasts. In the beginning, I've been doing my podcast since 2016. If they want to learn about turnkey rentals, where to buy them, how to do them, you're gonna need at least 20 grand to do this. This is real estate investing. You need money to invest, bro. You don't got money, I'm sure there's a myriad of different websites out there to help you make money or save money, but you got to have some money, right? You have some seed capital to go after this to get at that government subsidized 20% down payment loan. But yeah, turnkey rental is a great way to get started, especially if you live in a high price area.
So no money, no bueno, right?
Yeah, no money, no honey either.
Oh God. Oh, the honey part. Oh. Is that why? Okay. All right, Lane, man. Thank you so much for joining us, man. And we appreciate you stopping by. We hope to maybe we can have you back in February if you're available.
Yeah, I'm sure the real estate market will still be around. Real
All
estate crash. Too much YouTube headlines. Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. People are so. I mean, you got to think about it. Most of us are at home for the most part. So, what else are people going to do? They're going to look at YouTube. They're going to listen to these news clippings that come by, Facebook friends, everything, man. Mass hysteria.
Yeah, that's why stop listening to the media, right? And you buy for cash flow, right? People always need a place to live. If not,
People
we got bigger
always
problems.
listen. Somebody Netflix and chilling right now, Lane. All right, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right.
Yo.
You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ.
I have the radio on the telly.
You're in the mix on Off the Bench